Good Thursday morning to you. I'm meteorologist Matt Jones. We have a pretty substantial warming trend on the way over the next couple of days. By this afternoon, we'll be looking at highs in the upper 60s, and then we're back in the 70s here for Friday and Saturday. But it's that warm air that's going to fuel the potential of some severe weather as we head into the start of the weekend. We actually could see a couple rounds of severe storms. The first one could arrive Friday night, mainly up in the northern half of the Arklatex. Right along I-30, we could see a few late night storms, and if we do see that, hail would be the primary concern, and then a much more widespread area of concern will develop on Saturday. This is a slight risk right now, a level 2 out of 5 on the scale, and you can see that does cover up most of the Arklatex for Saturday. Now, as far as the timeline of all this, it looks like anywhere from noon to 2 p.m. these storms could start to impact some of our northwestern counties in portions of Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Texas. Then as we head towards between, say, 1 and 4 p.m., those storms could begin to move into northwest Louisiana by that time, and then pushing into some of our southeastern parishes and counties there in deep East Texas, and that'll be between about 3 and 6 p.m., kind of giving you the general time frame here, mostly in the midday hours through the mid to late afternoon. Here's a look at future track. We'll skip ahead to tomorrow. Not much happening during the day on Friday. Friday actually looks like a pretty quiet day. We will see some clouds pushing through the area, and it will be definitely a warm and windy day. Those winds could be gusting up to about 30, and high temperatures potentially in the low to mid 70s, so way above average. Then as we get into Friday night, remember I mentioned that potential of storms Friday night, but it's a very conditional threat, meaning that they might not even develop, but some forecast models do suggest that. This model, as you can see right there, says we're really not going to see much at all as we head into Friday night. So to be determined for now. As we get into Saturday morning, 7 a.m., we start to see a few storms developing, a few showers along I-30. But then this really begins to get going by about midday. You can see at noon, storms rapidly developing there in East Texas right along I-20. And those will then push into northwest Louisiana and much of Louisiana as we head through the afternoon. So by 3 p.m. on Saturday, could be pretty active across most of the region. And this will continue through 5 o'clock, maybe turning into a big squall line along that cold front, and then this should push out pretty quickly. So by 8 p.m., we're basically done with that severe weather potential. As far as the risks for Saturday, still watching the risk of a few isolated tornadoes, but I actually think damaging winds will be the main concern here, as this looks like it could turn into a big squall line, a big line of storms. So damaging wind, the main concern. Tornado risk looking a little bit lower than it did yesterday, but still a few isolated tornadoes cannot be ruled out. All right, let's kind of shift gears and talk about today's forecast, though. Nothing to worry about today. Today actually looks pretty quiet. It is kind of a cold start this morning, but we should warm up quickly this afternoon. 58 by 11 a.m. and into the middle and upper 60s later today. It will get a bit breezy, too, with a south wind at around 10 to 15 miles an hour. So definitely warmer than yesterday. Upper 60s, maybe a few spots pushing 70 as we head through the afternoon. Here's that 7-day forecast. 73 for tomorrow, way above average, and then the storms will arrive on Saturday, and the risk will be there for some severe weather, but it's going to be a warm day. Then we cool off pretty dramatically behind that front, mid-50s on Sunday, and then a quiet and cooler pattern as we head into next week.